Hello, good morning. We are here not at 7 a.m. because we
Ready
have
to
two
react,
mornings,
though.
but we're ready to react to this Zelda gameplay trailer or whatever we're calling it. Not a direct is what
Name
we're
of the
calling
video, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Mr. Aonuma gameplay demonstration.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
13
out our
minutes and 48
predictions.
seconds.
So it's there's one of our predictions that it might be a little bit more than just roughly 10 minutes of gameplay.
Roughly.
Some stuff at the beginning of the end. Yeah, we do have a separate predictions video that we put out. We had a handful of predictions, so we'll see how we do against those.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to dive right into this thing. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. On the count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Hello, everyone.
There he is.
I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Isn't that kind of midpoint with his hair?
First, I have some
Or
I like
maybe
the
he
hair.
realized he made a mistake
development on the
before.
Legend of Zelda Tears
he's
of the
growing
Kingdom.
it
Like it was
is
too
now
short
complete.
and he's growing it back?
Oh, they're
Thank
done
you very
development.
much for waiting.
Great.
Well, you sure would
Many
hope
of
so.
you
The
are
game's
looking
coming out in
forward
like
to this game,
a month.
and we've released a
We're
few
down to the
trailers
wire.
so far. Although it'll just be a brief glimpse.
Why not give the
going
man
to
like a
actually
pro
play the game for
controller?
you all
Why a
today.
Joy-Con?
I was wondering
grip?
that too.
That's my question.
Okay, let's begin.
Oh wow, he's gonna
Here
play
we
with the
are,
Joy-Con
in the land
grip?
of Hyrule.
Oh, that's hardcore.
Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to explore. Of course,
Horses,
it's not
good.
just the same world as is. It's changed in many ways. If we talk about all of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches.
So we're going to talk
Oh.
about nothing instead.
In this game, the vast world of Hyrule reaches high into the sky.
Fluffy clouds in the back.
You'll notice some
Oh.
land
Yeah.
masses floating
Oh, there's
up there.
a sky.
We call
world.
them Sky Islands.
Sky Islands. Okay.
You're probably wondering something.
Screaming
How do you
birds.
get to the
Great.
Sky Islands when they're so high up?
I like how you're immediately like put off by a horse
If we take a look,
presence.
oh, something's falling from the sky.
Oh
You
no,
see it? I wonder what that is.
Yikes.
Let's head over to it.
it's like a meteor like falling to the earth.
Yeah.
We're almost
So this
at the
was one of
spot
our
where the
predictions. How do you
object
get to
fell.
the sky? Looks like we're going to get that right away.
Yeah, it looks like you look for falling objects, and then you maybe something happens
Okay,
when you get to them.
let's use one of Link's new abilities. If you do
It's like a
this on the
goddess
rock
cube.
that just fell,
Is he using
look,
his messed
it
up
started
arm?
rising.
It's like
This
a
power
it's like a
Oh.
rock elevator.
Rewinds an object's movement. Since I just used
So it's
recall
moving
on
it back
falling
the way
rock, I
the
can now
opposite that
rise
it
into
fell?
the sky.
Right.
We're a lot closer to
Okay.
the Sky Islands.
There must be a lot of
Let's use
falling
the
rocks in
paraglider
this
to
game
reach
then.
one of them.
This is very practical. I thought it was going to be
There are a
some
few
like
other
complex
sky
things.
islands
Like
floating
it's a
here.
rock
Yeah.
elevator. Okay, don't overthink it.
At least it seems fast
I
and
made it.
seamless.
There are lots of ways to reach the Sky Islands.
dragon
so
in
we
the
hope
back,
you'll
I
try
like
a few
that.
different
Dragon.
methods.
Oh, there's a few different ways. Okay.
Okay. Now we're on a slightly bigger Sky Island.
Wait, how did you get
on
there?
The surface, there are
Magic
several
of
different
editing.
structures. Some trees are also growing here. You won't see many of those yellow trees on the surface, though. Let's
Oh,
walk around for a bit.
What
it
do
looks
they
like
mean?
ginkgo trees. The ginkgo trees in Japan are very popular. Maybe that's what's inspired from.
There's a branch on the
Pretty.
ground. When you find something like this, you should pick it up. It might come in handy later. Let's continue.
Is it like a special
Oh,
sky
something's
branch?
there.
Different than a land
This is
branch?
the main weapon of the
Called
game.
a
The
construct.
stick. Oh.
We'll fight
It
it
also
using
has a
Oh,
the
stick.
this thing is also holding a stick. Just poke each other with sticks.
the
That's
branch
good.
Broke. Not good. Not
Oh,
good.
okay, so
Quick, get
breaking
another branch
weapons returns.
and-
Some people
Yep.
will not like that. I didn't mind it.
We defeated it.
I didn't care. Oh, this thing has like it's like
Moving on.
clinking around.
We've
Zonai
explored more
is
of
what
this
that
Sky
was
Island.
called.
As expected, fighting with just a branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken. So here's another one of Link's new abilities. If we use this branch and the rock over here, and do this, look, we can stick them together. We created a makeshift hammer. This is cool.
Okay.
You can stick objects together to create new weapons with various effects.
Man,
Let's
Link is
take on
yoked
another
if he's just
construct
carrying
with
this
this
rock
fuse
around
button.
like it's nothing.
This rock got real small after he fused it together. It was like a giant boulder, and then it became like a little pebble.
Oh,
Oh,
we
just
beat one.
whack it with a rock and a stick. Good.
The weapon's attack is
See,
definitely
I was thinking
improved.
Link has a very caveman-y look
He
to him.
does.
Maybe that's
The other branch broke.
the
but
reason
this
why for
weapon
the
has
sticks and the
much
rocks.
Is he holding it with his special arm?
You can do all sorts of
He
things
is,
by
actually.
experimenting with the fuse
I
It's
ability.
like a
See,
cyborg arm. It's just really strong.
You can fuse two weapons, for example.
exactly.
If we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create
Then
a
we
weapon
can
with a
raise
much longer-
villages.
Oh, that's really long. Wow.
With
Oh, that's
this,
cool.
we don't have to get too close to enemies.
Wow, that's
And we
ridiculous.
Or
can
you
safely
can just
attack
poke
with
people from
pistols.
far away. Poke them from far
Yeah.
away. Poke that thing.
You can
That's
also
great.
fuse arrows with materials in your inventory. For instance,
Okay, you can make, like,
try
poison
fusing this
arrows or
leaf
something?
to an arrow.
Fuse the meat.
Oh, I was gonna
Fuse the
go
meat.
fuse the meat with the
Oh,
arrow.
wow.
Fuse an ice elemental material to an arrow, and
Do the meat.
you can freeze
Why
far
won't you
away
do the
enemies.
meat?
Very useful. In addition,
Nice.
let's see. Ah, there's a bird flying around. If you're out hunting, you might feel that aiming with an arrow is too difficult. Apparently, my eyes
It
can't
is?
track fast-moving objects as of late, so my shots rarely land.
Oh, he's like me,
What?
old and blind.
So, at times like these, here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters. Fuse it to an arrow, and
It's like a homing arrow.
look, it honed in on the
Oh,
target.
oh, we
'cause it's
saw
an
that in an
eyeball.
earlier
Let's try
trailer.
this on another bird.
Yeah, the
Interesting.
homing arrow.
Well, it's one of those things where you immediately wonder, like, well, what are
I'll
the
just fire
limits
in
of
that
this?
general
But if it's
direction.
like the last game,
It's very simple.
it's probably
Depending on what
ridiculously
you stick
involved.
together. The
That's
fuse
great
ability
because
could
I
also
think
be
what
beneficial
will
for
happen is people will start to experiment
Yeah,
with it,
that's
and
a
then we'll
great-
get those fun videos.
That's a great new addition to
I
all these
fused a
systems.
mushroom
Yeah.
to my shield. Now you're probably wondering,
Of course
if
you
this has
did.
any use. Well,
You don't say.
I should see a
it's
doctor.
actually a puff shroom.
About my eyes and my
Let's
mushroom
fight an enemy
shield.
with this. I blocked with the
Is
shield.
he gonna like?
Ah.
Okay, there's
I was gonna say he's
smoke
gonna
now.
like poof on the
The
enemy.
enemies lost sight of
Mushroom
Link,
poofs.
so attack.
Stabby, stabby.
Even if you struggle with combat, you can take down enemies using similar methods. In the previous game, you'd usually get powerful weapons by defeating strong enemies. But in this game, fusing even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into
It looks like
useful
a
weapon.
It's like a
popsicle.
rolling pin,
Gameplay option.
making some
Put
cookies.
things together. Let me demonstrate.
Well, this must maybe this is how
Some
you
of
make
the
those
Sky
vehicles
Islands
that he
even
saw
have
before.
rivers.
You're like Legoing things
It's
together.
like Legos.
Across this
Yeah, you got Lego
but
it together.
swimming across it, well,
Yeah, I wonder how
the
many
river's too
things you
wide
can
for that.
combine at
We need
a
a
single
boat.
time.
Exactly.
Of
Oh, here we
course,
go.
there
Can we
isn't
fuse
anything
a
that
boat
would
That water
float
looks
around
nice.
Here. So, we'll
Nice water?
lift up this log
Nice
and
water.
attach it to a second log. Let's do one more. We'll bring this
A little
over
raft?
here
Make a little
and
raft here?
attach a third log. It's a makeshift raft. This is another new ability called Ultra Hand. Even though the logs
This
are
is the messed up
currently
hand.
Oh.
attached, they can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the raft.
Wasn't Ultra Hand the name
You
of
can
that
always
old
attach
Nintendo
things or
grabby arm
detach
thing?
them like this.
Yes.
That's like a little,
think it
little
was.
homage to that, I think.
the
Now,
Nintendo
if we
grabby
put
hand.
this on the water, it's made of wood, so the buoyancy will keep it afloat.
Yes,
We've made a
physics,
simplified
good.
version of a boat. However, it won't move in its current state, so we'll need something to propel it forward.
Sail? Or that little...
There's
Yeah, what is
something
that?
here. Let's
a motor or
try
something?
hitting it.
Let's try hitting
Oh,
it with a stick.
It's blowing wind. Looks
I
like
wonder
we
what
found
that
a
battery
fan.
indicator.
It's like a little
Why don't we
battery
try
Oh,
charge.
that's the power for that. It's going
That's
down.
the...
okay.
Oh, I see.
We'll attach another one. This should make
It looks
the
like
boat
those
well
like
balanced.
Florida swamp mobiles.
Exactly. We're
Those
going
are fun,
gatoring.
actually.
Okay.
We're gatoring at the Okefenokee swamps.
All right, let's try moving the boat. Hey, it's moving. It's sailing pretty fast.
Yeah, I can
with
see
the
this
wind
could
from the
lead to
fans.
like a lot of really fun experimentation and stuff, and how to
Yeah,
get
you could just
places,
spend
which is really
We
cool.
should be able to cross
Forever
the
doing
river
this,
in
it
no
seems.
time.
Yeah.
All right, we reached the other side. In the most recent trailer, we showed scenes of Link
Yes.
riding a large car and a flying machine.
Okay, so that's another
Those
prediction of these
vehicles
vehicles.
actually aren't in the game from the start. Instead, you'll be able to freely craft them on your own.
That's
There are
very
all sorts
interesting.
of objects you'll come across in this game.
I'm
And
looking
depending
for
on
any
how
sort of
you
a
use your
gauge
imagination,
that shows
you
like
can do a lot with
you
them.
are using too
So
much
try
stuff, but I don't
crafting
see one
different
on the
things
screen.
and explore this
So I'm
world.
really
Yeah,
curious about that.
really curious. Yeah, because you like just fuse like
Oh.
25
There
things
are
together.
even more new abilities. Take this building over here. Okay, watch this.
That's not a shrine, is it? No,
No.
that's something else. Oh, what's that thing?
Look, I passed
Huh?
right
Oh,
through the
that's
ceiling.
that. Oh, that's right. We saw this in the trailer too.
This new
Like he
ability
was
is called
going through
Ascend.
rocks.
If you're in a place with a ceiling, you can
I
go
don't want to see
through
that again.
Broop.
to the floor above you. There are some restrictions, but what's great about this ability is that as long as there's a ceiling, you can use it anywhere.
Oh wow.
This
For
feels
example,
very
this
much
place
like
has
a
cave with a
dungeon
hill right
shrine.
above it.
I was gonna
puzzly
say you're
kinda
probably
thing.
gonna need to
Use the
use
ability
it for
here.
dungeons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on.
So I guess you can always
Keep going.
see the points
Okay.
where you can
Right.
do them.
Emerged at the top of the hill.
whoa.
Interesting.
In the previous
That's very.
game, you
That's
had
like
to use stamina
disorienting a
to
little
climb
bit.
the mountain. But in this game, if there's a mountain with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up. Here's another example. Imagine you're stuck in a cave.
It's a good idea when
Handy
it
if it's got a
rains
ceiling.
and you can't climb
You know what to
anymore.
do, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
when
with
you
so
get
much, this
struck
game
by
seems
lightning.
There's
so
another
vertical.
construct.
It's nice to just have an
It
easy
seems
way
be
to do that,
holding
I
a
guess.
strange weapon. Some enemies are equipped with fused weapons, so battles will play out a bit differently from the previous game. Ah, it blew me away with wind.
Ow!
Oh no.
Looks like it's got
Ouch.
some sort of fan. Ah! I got pushed off.
Oh no!
Ah! Oh my
Well,
gosh.
Let's just return to the surface.
Oh wow!
Wow.
You can quickly descend from the
Ouch.
sky to the surface like this. It feels so good.
This is great.
In the sky,
Yeah, you
you'll
just
be able
glide
to
and
look
watch
out
the
Pilot wing
world looks-
skydiving. Here we go.
Woo!
You can also
That looks
search for
beautiful.
destinations that pique your interest.
You can see a lot of stuff in the background
Once
here.
you've chosen
Oh,
your
that looks
destination,
great.
You can speed things up, like this.
Or you can like
Yeah.
nosedive.
Into this river.
Oh, do it. Do
Ow.
it.
And we're back.
Yes.
That's a big splash.
That is great. Wow.
There are still so many things I'd like to show you, but let's.
Is that
leave
like
it
a
at
bird
for now.
carrying a boat goblin or something? What is that?
I don't know. That bird looks really.
I
Oh
wanna-
no, it's like a dinosaur bird.
Some
I
of
think
Link's
like
new
the
abilities were
even the
updated from
creatures are a little bit
previous game.
prehistoric looking, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure some of you watching me play were thinking, wait, if you could do that, then maybe you could do this too.
Mm.
In this game, you can do a lot of things just by thinking about what's even possible. There's still a lot of new gameplay, mysteries, and encounters. we
smart
couldn't
enough to
show
play this
today,
game?
But they're all jam-packed
Seriously,
into this
I don't know if I'm
unfamiliar
like smart
highway.
enough actually.
You can use your imagination to explore it. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.
You need to be like very good at like physics and like kinetics, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it's
to-
all very intuitive. Or it's like
Mhm.
things that work in the real world
yeah
work in the
like, but
game that same way.
The thing that's great is that it really encourages the experimentation. You know,
Is this really it?
that's it. I think. Is
But
that
there's
it?
40 seconds. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, there's there it is. Oh,
Pretty.
yeah. This was one of our predictions too.
Ooh, I like that on the
stinger
dog.
at the end with some hardware here.
Ooh, beautiful.
That at first glance does look like the one that leaked months ago.
It does. Yeah, it does.
I really like, what do you call that pattern? Those circular
It's like
patterns.
almost like
I really like that.
like a Zen garden, huh? A little bit.
Yeah,
like when they
I
do the
really
little.
like
It's
that.
so
This
beautiful.
looks nice.
This looks
That looks
so
really nice.
nice. Beautiful.
It's too bad he couldn't be playing
Wow.
with that in the
That's
video.
surpri-
That would
that'd
make
be
a...
just
Oh, and
nice
there's a
little
Pro
surprise.
Controller and a case.
Oh, I love the Pro Controller.
The Pro
That's
Controller looks cool.
pretty.
Wow.
Really pretty.
All right, so there. That's all of it.
All
All
right,
right.
so let's do a quick
Instant
check
reaction.
in. Yeah, instant reaction. I thought it looks really cool. I'm really excited about like all the different ways to experiment. I think that was part of the magic of Breath of the Wild, is like for months afterwards, everybody was like, hey, did you know you could do this? And it felt so much like when we were kids on the playground and we didn't have the internet yet, and like people were just experimenting and telling people about it. I think this game really looks like it encourages that with the fusing and like all of the sort of like the build your BYOB build your own stuff. So yeah, that part of it looks really fun. Looks great.
Yeah, I agree. It answered one of the questions that had been lingering out there of like, well, what makes this different from Breath of the Wild? And that fuse system. They've really spent the majority of the presentation on that system, but that is a major way in which it is differentiated and big. And that scene at the end of him jumping off into the river, I did get the same kind of feeling I might have gotten in like a Wind Waker, where you can see all these little structures and islands, and it's like, well, that's going to be fun to explore and see what's there and get around. I could see myself spending a lot of time doing that. So I'm pretty happy with this video, and I realize there's a lot they are not showing.
Yeah, it sounds like there's like this is a very sort of focused part, like one focused part of the game. So I think there's going to be lots more surprises that will come once we all get to play it, or if they show some more trailers. If probably not, actually, they might just want to preserve the surprise. But yeah, this little bit about this fusing and this mechanic seems really important to the overall gameplay, and it definitely does make it feel different and fun, and it's going to be fun to like tinker around with all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, and the world looks beautiful as well.
Of course, right. Well, we have later on today coming a special edition Kit and Krysta podcast with some deeper analysis on what we just saw, maybe some theories. So be sure to stay tuned for that.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later today. Bye. Bye-bye.